Integration of autonomous weapon systems by 2025, key development phases and global investment. Introduction. The integration of autonomous weapon systems (AWS) by 2025 is poised to reshape modern warfare, driven by rapid advancements in artificial intelligence (AI) and significant global investments estimated at $1.8 billion. This report outlines the critical development phases involved in this integration, the expected timeline, and the implications for military operations and ethical considerations. Key development phases. 1. Research and development (R&D). The foundation of AWS integration begins with rigorous R&D efforts. This phase is crucial for exploring innovative technologies such as AI, machine learning, and robotics. Collaborative partnerships between military organizations and tech companies are essential to develop systems that are both effective and reliable. Key goals during this phase include identifying and developing advanced algorithms that enhance decision-making capabilities, evaluating the technological capabilities required for autonomous operations in various combat scenarios, conducting simulations to test theoretical frameworks and operational protocols. 2. Prototyping. Following R&D, the next phase involves creating tangible prototypes of AWS. This stage is critical for validating concepts and assessing the operational effectiveness of these systems. Key activities during this phase include developing initial models that incorporate AI algorithms and testing them in controlled environments, gathering performance metrics to identify strengths and weaknesses of the prototypes, iterative refinement of designs based on test outcomes, ensuring systems can perform reliably under anticipated conditions. 3. Field testing. Once prototypes are refined, they move into field testing. This phase is essential for assessing how AWS perform in real-world scenarios. The objectives of this phase include conducting extensive tests to evaluate the system's responsiveness and adaptability in dynamic combat environments, collecting data on their interactions with existing military technologies and protocols, utilizing feedback from military personnel to further enhance system capabilities and user experience. 4. Deployment and integration. The final phase is the full-scale deployment of AWS within military operations. Successful integration requires seamless incorporation of AWS into existing military frameworks, ensuring interoperability with traditional systems, establishing operational protocols that dictate the use of these systems in combat situations, ongoing training for military personnel to effectively utilize AWS while maintaining human oversight. Investment insights. The projected $1.8 billion investment indicates a robust commitment to advancing AWS technology globally. This funding is expected to facilitate breakthroughs in AI and machine learning, which are critical for the functionality of AWS. Enhance military readiness and strategic planning through the integration of autonomous systems. Support ethical frameworks and regulatory compliance regarding the use of AWS in warfare, addressing concerns about accountability and decision-making. Common key points across sources. A consensus among various sources highlights several critical aspects of AWS integration. Transformative potential. AWS is recognized for its potential to significantly enhance operational efficiency, reduce human error, and provide real-time decision-making capabilities in military operations. AI as a driver of innovation. The role of AI technologies is frequently emphasized, underscoring their importance in developing autonomous systems capable of complex decision-making. Ethical considerations. There is an urgent need for robust frameworks governing the ethical use of AWS, ensuring accountability and oversight in military actions. Differences between sources. While some sources focus primarily on the technological advancements and military applications of AWS, Others explore the socio-cultural implications. For example, technological focus. Some reports concentrate on the technical specifications and operational advantages of AWS, detailing how these systems can transform modern warfare. Sociological perspective. Other sources such as the work of Dr. Greg Adamson highlight the importance of human oversight in the lifecycle of autonomous systems. These perspectives advocate for a cautious approach to AWS integration, emphasizing the need for ethical frameworks that ensure human decision-making remains central in military operations. Timeline of events: 2023 to 2024. The focus will be on R&D and prototyping efforts, with significant investment directed toward developing advanced AI algorithms and testing initial prototypes. 2024 to 2025, the transition to field testing will occur, where prototypes will be evaluated under various operational conditions to gauge their effectiveness and reliability. By 2025, full-scale deployment of AWS is anticipated, with systems integrated into military operations while adhering to ethical standards and maintaining human oversight. Conclusion: the integration of autonomous weapon systems by 2025 represents a pivotal shift in military operations, characterized by multiple development phases, substantial global investment, and a pressing need for ethical considerations. As AWS technologies continue to evolve, the dialogue surrounding their implementation will be critical, shaping the future of defense strategies and international relations. The successful integration of these systems will not only enhance military capabilities but also necessitate ongoing discussions about accountability, ethics, and the role of human decision-making in automated warfare. The integration of autonomous weapon systems (AWS) by 2025 involves several critical phases and substantial financial investment, estimated to be around $1.8 billion globally. This complex process reflects significant advancements in defense technology, especially in the realm of artificial intelligence (AI) and its applications in modern warfare. Key development phases. 1. Research and development (R&D). This initial phase is centered on the exploration of new technologies, particularly AI and machine learning, to elevate the operational capabilities of AWS. Collaboration between military entities and tech companies is vital in this stage, aiming to develop systems that are both effective and reliable. 2. Prototyping. In this phase, developers create prototypes for AWS, which are then tested in controlled settings. The objective is to evaluate operational effectiveness and refine the systems based on performance data collected during these tests. 3. Field testing. Following prototyping, AWS prototypes are subjected to real-world testing scenarios. The feedback garnered from these tests is essential for understanding how these systems respond and adapt to dynamic environments, informing further enhancements. For deployment and integration, the final phase sees the full-scale deployment of AWS into military operations. This step requires careful integration with existing technologies and military protocols to ensure seamless functionality and operational readiness. Investment insights. The projected investment of $1.8 billion indicates a growing prioritization of AWS in defense budgets worldwide. This funding is expected to drive technological advancements and improve military readiness in adopting autonomous systems for strategic operations. Common key points. A consensus exists among various sources regarding the transformative impact of AWS on defense capabilities, particularly in improving operational efficiency and decision-making processes. The role of AI as a catalyst for innovation in this field is frequently noted. Additionally, there is a shared acknowledgement of the importance of establishing robust ethical frameworks to govern the use of autonomous systems in combat. Differences between sources. While some sources emphasize the technological capabilities and military applications of AWS, others highlight the sociological implications and the critical need for human oversight in autonomous operations. For example, a report by Dr. Greg Adamson advocates for frameworks that promote human decision-making throughout the life cycle of autonomous and intelligent systems, suggesting a more cautious and balanced approach to AWS integration. Timeline of events: 2023 to 2024, focus on R&D and prototyping with substantial investments in developing AI algorithms and initial prototypes. 2024 to 2025, field testing phase where prototypes are assessed in varied operational conditions. By 2025, full-scale deployment of AWS. Ensuring integration into military operations with a focus on ethical standards and human oversight. Counterintuitive information. 1. Emphasis on ethical frameworks. While the discussion around AWS often centers on technological advancements and military strategy, there is a significant push towards the establishment of ethical guidelines. This focus on ethics may seem counterintuitive in a field driven by technological superiority and operational efficiency, but it reflects a growing recognition of the moral implications of deploying autonomous weapons in warfare. 2. Need for human oversight. The integration of advanced autonomous systems might imply a reduction in human involvement in military decisions. However, the call for frameworks that ensure human oversight suggests that as technology advances, there is an increasing realization that human judgment remains crucial in the decision-making processes involving AWS. Contrary to the notion that autonomous systems could completely replace human roles. 3. Investment in caution. The considerable financial investment in AWS development may indicate a rush towards full automation in military operations. However, the emphasis on field testing and prototyping reveals a cautious approach where military and tech entities prioritize understanding the implications and effectiveness of these systems before wide-scale deployment. This indicates a level of prudence that contrasts with the aggressive marketing of autonomous technologies. For the technological collaboration versus competition, the narrative often depicts a race among nations to develop superior AWS. However, the collaborative nature of R&D between military organizations and tech companies suggests that the future of AWS may rely more on partnerships rather than purely competitive endeavors. This collaboration may lead to shared ethical standards and operational protocols, which is a surprising turn in a typically competitive field. In summary, the integration of AWS by 2025 is a nuanced undertaking that intertwines technological development with ethical considerations and human involvement. The diverse perspectives on this topic reveal complexities that challenge conventional assumptions about the role of technology in warfare. The integration of autonomous weapon systems AWS by 2025 is a pivotal development in military technology, reflecting profound changes in warfare dynamics and the ethical considerations that accompany such advancements. While the report outlines significant phases of development and investment, there are critical aspects that may be overlooked yet hold substantial significance in shaping future military engagements and societal implications. Key overlooked aspects. 1. Ethical frameworks and human oversight. Although the report indicates a shared recognition of the necessity for ethical frameworks governing AWS, the depth of these discussions is often surface level. Many sources touch on the importance of human oversight in autonomous systems. Yet the nuances of these frameworks remain inadequately explored. Dr. Greg Adamson's work, which emphasizes human decision-making in the lifecycle of AWS, suggests a more cautious and principled approach to integration. This aspect is significant because it raises questions about accountability and moral responsibility in warfare. As AWS become more autonomous, the risk of detaching human oversight from critical military decisions increases, potentially leading to unintended consequences such as collateral damage or escalation of conflicts without human judgment. 2. Sociological implications of AWS. The sociological implications of integrating AWS into military operations deserve more attention than they typically receive. The transformation of warfare from human-driven to machine-driven operations alters not only tactical approaches but also the societal fabric surrounding military engagements. The reliance on autonomous systems may foster a detachment from the human costs of warfare, desensitizing military personnel and society at large to the ramifications of conflict. Moreover, the potential for AWS to replace human soldiers raises profound questions about the future of military service and the valorization of human life in combat situations. Understanding these sociological shifts is essential for preparing militaries and societies for the ethical dilemmas they will face. 3. Technological dependency and vulnerability. The report highlights the transformative potential of AWS but may understate the risks associated with technological dependency. As militaries become increasingly reliant on autonomous systems, they may inadvertently expose themselves to vulnerabilities such as cyberattacks or system malfunctions. The integration of AI in military operations can create single points of failure where systemic issues could lead to catastrophic outcomes. This technological vulnerability is significant because it challenges the assumption that increased automation equates to enhanced security. A robust discussion around redundancy failsafes and the resilience of AWS systems is critical for ensuring operational integrity. 4. Global investment dynamics. The projected $1.8 billion global investment in AWS by 2025 indicates a significant shift in defense budgets towards automated technologies. However, the geopolitical ramifications of this investment are often overlooked. Countries that lead in AWS technology may gain strategic advantages, potentially resulting in an arms race focused on automation and AI capabilities. This dynamic could exacerbate global tensions as nations vie for technological supremacy, altering the balance of power in international relations. Understanding the implications of this investment trend is essential for policymakers to craft strategies that promote stability and mitigate risks associated with an increasingly competitive technological landscape. 5. Interoperability challenges. The report discusses deployment and integration but may not sufficiently address the challenges of interoperability among various AWS systems. As different nations develop their autonomous systems, the lack of standardization could lead to difficulties in joint operations or coalition warfare scenarios. The significance of interoperability cannot be overstated. It is crucial for maximizing the effectiveness of combined forces in multinational operations. Addressing these challenges early in the development phases can ensure that militaries can work cohesively, reducing the risk of operational failures that could arise from incompatible systems. 6. Public perception and acceptance. The integration of AWS into military operations will likely encounter varying levels of public acceptance, which is often underestimated in reports focused on technical and operational aspects. Public perception of autonomous warfare can significantly influence defense policy and funding. As societies grapple with the implications of machines making life and death decisions, there may be pushback against AWS that can manifest in political movements, regulatory measures, or changes in military funding. Engaging the public in discussions about the ethical use and implications of AWS is vital for fostering transparency and trust in military initiatives. Conclusion. The integration of autonomous weapon systems by 2025 represents a transformative shift in military operations driven by technological advancements and substantial investment. However, the critical aspects outlined above — ethical frameworks, sociological implications, technological vulnerabilities, global investment dynamics, interoperability challenges, and public perception — are often overlooked yet hold significant weight in determining the trajectory of AWS integration. Addressing these issues comprehensively will not only enhance the effectiveness of AWS but also ensure that their deployment aligns with the values and expectations of society at large. As militaries prepare for this new era of warfare, a holistic approach that considers both the technological and human dimensions of AWS is essential for fostering a responsible and ethical integration of autonomous systems into defense strategies. 1. Research and development R&D of autonomous weapon systems AWS. The R&D phase is crucial for the success of AWS integration. It focuses on leveraging cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning to enhance the operational capabilities of autonomous systems. This phase is characterized by collaboration between military entities and the tech industry, which fosters innovation and accelerates the development of effective, reliable systems. The emphasis on R&D is vital as it lays the groundwork for the subsequent phases, ensuring that AWS not only meet current military needs but also adapt to future challenges in warfare. 2. Field testing and real-world evaluation. The field testing phase represents a significant transition from theoretical to practical application. During this phase, prototypes are subjected to real-world scenarios to evaluate their adaptability, responsiveness, and overall effectiveness. This stage is critical for identifying potential shortcomings in AWS and refining their capabilities based on field data. The feedback obtained during field testing informs further development, ensuring that the systems are not only technologically advanced but also operationally viable in complex and dynamic environments. 3. Ethical considerations and human oversight. A recurrent theme in the discussion around AWS is the need for ethical frameworks and human oversight in their deployment. As autonomous systems begin to take on more significant roles in military operations, the implications of their use raise concerns regarding accountability, decision-making, and the potential for unintended consequences. The integration of ethical standards into the development and deployment of AWS is imperative to ensure that these systems are used responsibly. There is a growing recognition that human oversight is essential to mitigate risks and retain accountability in warfare, underscoring the importance of balancing technological advancement with ethical considerations. 4. Global investment and strategic military readiness. The projected global investment of $1.8 billion in AWS reflects a strategic shift in defense budgets towards integrating advanced technologies into military operations. This financial commitment is indicative of the importance placed on developing AWS as a means to enhance operational efficiency and decision-making capabilities. The investment highlights the competitive landscape of modern warfare, where technological superiority can play a decisive role. The emphasis on readiness and the integration of AWS into existing military frameworks suggests a broader trend towards modernization and adaptation in response to evolving threats. These 4 points encapsulate the multifaceted nature of AWS integration, emphasizing the interplay between technological development, practical application, ethical considerations, and strategic investment in shaping the future of warfare. 1. The development of the V-22 Osprey 1980s to 2010s. The V-22 Osprey is a tilt-rotor military aircraft that underwent a long and complex development process, facing numerous technical challenges and criticisms before it was fully deployed. Its integration into U.S. military operations illustrates the critical development phases that include R&D, prototyping, and extensive field testing before achieving operational status. The Osprey's journey highlights the importance of technological innovation and the need for rigorous testing and evaluation in military applications. Akin to the phases outlined for autonomous weapon systems AWS. 2. The Manhattan Project 1942 to 1946. The Manhattan Project was a research and development project during World War II that produced the first nuclear weapons. This historical case exemplifies a major investment in R&D, prototyping, and field testing, ultimately leading to the deployment of atomic bombs. The ethical implications of using such powerful weapons also resonate with contemporary discussions surrounding the deployment of autonomous systems in warfare, emphasizing the need for frameworks governing their use and the potential consequences of their integration into military strategies. 3. Development of drones in modern warfare 2000s present. The evolution of drone technology, especially armed drones like the MQ-1 Predator and MQ-9 Reaper, has transformed modern warfare. Similar to AWS, these systems went through extensive R&D, prototyping, and field testing. The integration of drones into military operations has raised significant discussions about ethical considerations, human oversight, and the changing nature of warfare. The substantial investments made in drone technology reflect the current trends in military funding towards autonomous systems, paralleling the projected investment in AWS integration. The integration of autonomous weapon systems (AWS) by 2025 presents a pivotal moment in the evolution of military technology and strategy. As we look towards the future, several critical development phases and substantial global investment are anticipated to shape the landscape of defense technologies significantly. Future development phases. 1. Accelerated Research and Development 2023 to 2024. In the coming years, the focus will be on rapidly advancing R&D efforts for AWS. The integration of artificial intelligence (AI) and machine learning will drive innovation, with military and technology sectors collaborating closely to enhance system capabilities. Expect breakthroughs in algorithms that improve decision-making, threat assessment, and operational autonomy. Investment in R&D is projected to see a dramatic increase as nations realize the strategic imperative of adopting autonomous systems. 2. Prototyping and Iterative Testing 2024. The prototyping phase will become increasingly sophisticated, employing advanced simulation technologies to create realistic battlefield scenarios for testing. Developers will utilize feedback loops to refine prototypes based on performance data, ensuring that systems are reliable and effective under various conditions. This iterative testing will be crucial for identifying vulnerabilities and establishing operational protocols. 3. Comprehensive Field Testing 2024 to 2025. Field testing will transition from limited controlled environments to more extensive evaluations in real-world scenarios. This phase will be critical for assessing AWS adaptability and responsiveness in dynamic combat situations. Nations will engage in joint exercises to validate the effectiveness of AWS, which will also include participation from allied forces to enhance interoperability among different autonomous systems. 4. Deployment and operational integration by 2025. The final phase will see full-scale deployment of AWS within military operations. Integration with existing command and control systems will be paramount, ensuring that autonomous systems complement human decision-making rather than replace it. Ethical frameworks will emerge to govern the use of AWS, emphasizing the need for human oversight to mitigate risks associated with autonomous warfare. Investment insights. The projected global investment of $1.8 billion underscores a growing commitment to AWS technology. This funding will not only support technological advancements but also foster partnerships between defense contractors and tech companies. Nations are expected to allocate more substantial portions of their defense budgets towards AWS, reflecting the recognition of their potential to enhance operational efficiency and strategic capabilities. Ethical and strategic considerations. As AWS technology advances, discussions surrounding ethical implications will intensify. The need for robust governance frameworks is crucial to address concerns about accountability, decision-making authority, and potential misuse of autonomous systems. There will likely be increased pressure on governments and military organizations to establish international norms and regulations governing the deployment of AWS to prevent escalation of conflicts and safeguard human rights. Sociological impacts and human oversight. The integration of AWS will also have significant sociological implications. As automated systems take on more roles in warfare, the relationship between humans and machines will evolve. Reports such as those by Dr. Greg Adamson emphasize the importance of maintaining human oversight throughout the lifecycle of autonomous systems. This includes ensuring that critical decisions remain under human control, particularly in high-stakes environments where ethical dilemmas may arise. Conclusion. The future of autonomous weapon systems is poised for transformative change by 2025. The critical development phases outlined, paired with substantial investment, highlight an urgent shift in military strategy and operations. However, alongside technological advancements, ethical considerations and human oversight will be paramount to ensure that the integration of AWS contributes positively to global security and stability. The dialogue surrounding these technologies will continue to evolve, reflecting diverse perspectives that shape the future of modern warfare.